workshop. So this particular stream is not sort of like a set time or anything. I'm just sort of streaming a bit randomly here. But what I wanted to do was really pick up from where we left off in the first session, which went incredibly well. Amazing feedback, a lot of views on the video, a lot of likes, etc. So I actually just want to keep going. I want to do a part 2, and I want to see how far I can get in, say, the next hour or so. And then we'll just see if I've done a lot within the next hour. We might be done, but there could be a part 3 as well. So I'm just I'm doing a total freestyle here. Just want to keep it as relaxed as possible, collaborative as possible. So if you are joining the call, I know that there wasn't a set registration for this, there wasn't a set time, but if you are joining the call and you want to get involved and ask some questions and provide some feedback, maybe even suggest some things that we can do to the dashboard to make it better from an analysis perspective, but also a visualization perspective, just shoot, and we can work on it together. But I've got a few ideas. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the Analyst Hub here a little bit just to do a bit of planning. Okay, so the Analyst Hub is our own application that we've built, and you can navigate to it at analysthub.enterprisedna.co. It's a whole range of different things here, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a planner tool here just to do a little bit of planning. I basically just want to create some notes in terms of like what I want to see in my particular report. Okay, so I'm going to call this, and I do this pretty much all the time now, just to give me a bit more direction around what I actually do from an analysis perspective. Okay, so ideas for my crypto dashboard. So I know not everyone's into creating notes, but I generally am, just to get a bit of documentation, bit of an idea around what we targeting. And what I find is that I can be a lot more targeted in what I'm actually doing inside of Power BI. Okay, please feel free to write in the chat as well if you want to chime in, particularly if you're a subscriber to the Enterprise DNA channel. That'd be great to hear from you. Okay, so what have we got so far? What we've got so far is we've got a whole range of crypto pricing information, right? And towards the end of the last session, we worked out how to do the high, how to do the low, how to do a moving average. And so we've got a lot of information already here. We just need to find a better way to display it, and maybe even just some interesting analysis, right? One of the cool pieces of analysis we did last time was we worked out, I believe, the correlation. Oh, is this just the pricing information? Let's have a look. Okay, so this is the closing price, but I think we also did the correlations. Yeah, we did the correlations. I think this one is to Bitcoin. Hold on a second. Let's have a look. What did we do here? Price. Oh, no, this is a price volume correlation. So, what we could do here is we could do a price correlation to Bitcoin or correlation to each other. And I think that would be pretty fascinating insight as well. So there's a few additional things we can do. I'd also potentially like to maybe do a bit more work around trend analysis, maybe like the biggest high to low. So these are the sort of things that I'm going to just note down here. So we've got correlation, we've got analysis ideas. Okay, so correlation between prices. I've got drawdowns, so max drawdowns. So I'll just zoom in here so we can all see it. Max drawdowns, drawdown insights. Just a bit more information about the actual pricing. I also think like a page where we have like everything laid out in sort of a nice table. So like a table dashboard. So you have one page is sort of like the table dashboard, and then we can maybe enable someone to see a little bit of information about the price, but if they want to dive deeper into the pricing, maybe that could be on a different page, or maybe that can sort of look like in an application that we're sort of moving to a different part of the application. I click to dive into chart. Okay. So my idea is that we will probably create a page before this that will just basically have, you know, the current price 7 days ago, price 30 days ago, you know, change in price from a year ago, those sort of things. Those sort of insights can all be in a table. And then if you want to drill down, you can drill into the chart and then sort of see how that particular thing is improved over time. So that's kind of like my initial thoughts. Any other ideas? Anyone on the call that wants to share some ideas around what we could have a look at? Table dashboard. I can actually click on this and change it. Table of prices and key info. Enable drill through. So this is good. This is just giving us a little bit more direction, right? And so I can also color code. These are the things that I think would be, you know, highest priority versus lowest priority. There's a lot of like cool things we could do. We could also start a new column in here, like navigation ideas. And also I thought like maybe visualization ideas. So maybe we could create some segments around these key things. So what else? Let's think of a couple other things we could do. Yeah, so one of the other things, piece of analysis we need is you know, 30-day high, 1 year high, and we're gonna have to base these all off like the last date of pricing that we have, right? Because I don't think this is sort of like the data set we downloaded is not like right up to today. We need to actually just find the very last date. So I'm also going to create another one here. I'm going to call model ideas. So some other things that we need to clean up. So I'm going to go clean up measures into folders. Okay, so this is, I think, quite an important one we should cover. Okay, last one. What other insights can we bring here? Maybe something on volume, like just like understanding the popularity. I guess the popularity maybe of each different crypto. So so users can sort of get an outline. Okay, is everyone trading in Bitcoin or they trading in Dogecoin or whatever? Popularity of crypto prices. Okay, cool. I think that's all for now. I'm just going to move this to the side and we can start building some of this out. So I'm just going to expand it on my side here. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I think I'm going to build this pricing. I'm going to build out this pricing table. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this here, and I'm going to also start bringing in my design, like my colors, etc., because I don't really love all the colors that we've got here. So I'm going to call this crypto dashboard. And then I'm going to change this to dashboard. It's a bit smaller. Maybe we'll call this one dashboard. Something like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to get rid of some of these visualizations. And this can be our pricing information. I'm ultimately going to build this into an application. So so that whatever we have on the pages here, I'm basically going to hide all these pages. This to me is, I think, sort of best practices where you come along here and you literally just hide all of these, and then you build in the navigation. You build the navigation to these other pages in your report, so that a lot of that comes down to the design of your report. And so we'll look at a few different ways that you can build a nice sort of design into your visualizations and your navigation as we go. I think this was 18, wasn't it? No, 14. Okay. And I think one of the other things that would be good about this is if it's drill through, we don't actually have to worry about this particular, we don't have to actually worry about this particular having the slicer, because what will happen is that someone will come here, and if they want to drill through, they'll right click on the table, and then it will take them to, and then we don't run the risk of someone actually selecting like nothing or selecting multiple different crypto prices on that one page. So I'll just show you what I mean. I'll show you what I mean here. So let's just set it up really quickly. So I'm going to get rid of this, right? And that means we can make this a lot bigger. First of all, you see that these prices are just absolutely meaningless at this stage. But what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to do cross report drill through, and then from here I can go right click. Actually, no, I need to turn on drill through, don't I? Maybe we need to put something in here. Let's just bring these in. Closing price. Oh, I need to add the drill through fields. My bad. So we got symbol. Let's put a symbol through. Yep. Okay, cool. So now what will happen is if I go, okay, Dogecoin here, right? I can go drill through pricing information. It will take me to this page and it will automatically filter on Dogecoin. So that to me is pretty effective. So we can improve this a little bit as well. We don't need to have that right there if we don't want, but we can if we want to as well. And we're going to change the colors of all these things in a second. Okay, cool. So I think this is how the flow is going to be. I like this a lot better. Okay, so what I'm going to do as well, let's start formatting this how we want it, right? So I'm going to come back to here. This particular document is now saved in my personal docs. So I've got my dashboard planner here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just come to the community and have a look at some color themes. Maybe there's a dark color theme that could work well for us in this particular example. So you can create your own themes, but in this case, I'm going to just maybe leverage off someone else or something else here. So I think our team has created a whole range of these as well. This one looks pretty good. Blue and purple. Okay, let's just go with this and see how we go with this. So what I need to do is you'll see here that all of the hex numbers are given in this color theme, and so all I need to do is then come up to my theme up here in view. So in view, and then drop down, and then I can go and find customize current theme. So I click on that. And then I just need to change over a lot of these colors. So I'm going to just change them over quickly. So just click through here. I think eventually we are going to find a way to just get the JSON download. So you can save your JSON. So that's in the works, but at the moment it's just a few clicks here. Doesn't take too long. I mean, ultimately, I'd like to build up a way that you can build out your JSON file to customize any part of your visualization and have that in the Analyst Hub. And that is going to, because there's a lot of parts of visualizations that sort of still take a little bit of time to clean up. Like just table. We want everything. Like once you go into here and you upload all of your theming, then every visualization, everything in your visual is already preset. That's ultimately what we want to create. Just to speed things up so we don't have to do any of this stuff. Okay, and then this is neutral. Okay, I think we can make this color theme work, hopefully. Okay, so I'm just going to just start cleaning up a few things. I'm going to go for a darker background here. Much darker backgrounds. Let's go with like a dark, oh, that's on that. I don't want that. this is on the background to the report. So very quickly, this is going to start shaping, like looking pretty good. Just with a few of these techniques, right? So we want to go white. We want to change this to get rid of the backgrounds on the, so I'm just clicking around pretty quick here. I like to put none, and then I like to build up my table, right? So we'll build up our table. So values. Okay, and then we can, if we can get rid of, the, cool. And so what we can also do here, right, is we can also make these a little bit bigger and get rid of the total as well. So get rid of the total, and then what I'm going to do here, I'm going to make these just the actual values themselves a little bit bigger. So at the moment we've got 10. Let's see what 12 does. So we could probably go even more, I would say. You know, what would be cool is if we actually integrated eventually sort of the icons for all of these, because I believe they've all got icons. That would be cool. Okay, so 13. Okay. Then so we don't need a slicer header slider. Let's make it a different color here. Maybe a lighter color. I don't even know if this date selection is even required at this stage, right? Because this is sort of like the live dashboard. Yeah, honestly, I don't even think this is required. It's probably more required in the next one. But we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there for now, and then we might come back. Okay, so what is the actual? So what we need to do now is we need to work out a few things, like what is the last price, what is the last day, even like what is the last day. That's really crucial too. And we already have a lot of these actually created, right? So if I come in here, this here is going to give me the final day that we have for pricing on any different any different crypto, right? Any different crypto price. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to break this out into a separate measure, okay? Because we're going to use this quite a lot. I also want to have some labeling around, okay, when is the last date, okay? So what I can do here is this. I'm gonna create some dynamic text. Last pricing date equal to, and then I can go value here, and I'm going to type in my final date. Right, and then I'll go save, and then this should show me my date now. Cool. Okay, so I just need to change the format of this. Okay, so now we have some dynamic text, and this will always update, obviously, to this will always update now because it's a dynamic calculation. We're feeding in the measure there. Okay, so I'm just going to take out the background, and so now I will put this up the top. Okay, I'm actually going to get rid of that. And put this up here. And for now, we might improve the sort of look and feel of that a bit later. Now, let's just, okay, so we've got final price, final closing price. Okay, so this is valuable in itself, right? Now what we want to do is we want to work out, okay, well, from the last pricing date, what was the price and price change from different time periods? Okay, so we can say, and we can basically leverage the same pattern if you think about it. all we've got to do is sort of do -7 or -30. So maybe what we can do is we can copy this. Okay. And we don't even, the reality is we don't even need this variable anymore because we've calculated inside of a measure. So we could actually get rid of that. And then we could go and place this final date measure inside of there instead. Okay. So you see here how I'm using measure branching, my measure branching technique to be able to get out to these insights a lot quicker. I can go 30, 30 days. I'll just call it 30 days. I could go 30 days ago, but let's just go 30 days. 30 days. And then what do we got to do? We've got to final date minus 30. Okay. Okay. We are definitely going to clean up a lot of the organize our measures a lot better shortly. Okay. We're just going to get these in first, and then okay, cool. So we've now got the price 30 days ago. Why don't we, while we're here, just quickly do the price from a year ago? Okay, so let's paste it in, and we'll go. I mean, maybe we could actually go minus. Maybe that's a bit neater. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so it seems like these are sort of newer. These are newer ones, so I can quickly drill through. That's why setting up like this is a good idea, right? And you'll see here that yes, it looks like it started at the end of towards the middle end of 2020. Cool. Okay. Okay, so now what do we want to do? We want to sort of see, okay, what is the change? What is the change from 30 days ago? What is the change from 365 days ago? Because maybe we don't even want these full numbers. We just want the percentage change. Okay, so what I would do here is go percent change minus 30 days. Okay, let's start with this one. And these calculations are super simple because of how we've sort of just slowly branched out our measures. So I'm going to go divide the final minus the, remember all of these are going to update every day because of the dynamic way we've built all of the formulas. There's no hard-coded dates at all here. So if we get another, some new data that comes in, all of this are just going to just automatically recalculate for us. So what have we got? We've got close. Let's go close price 30 days, right? And then we're going to basically divide that by the close price 30 days, aren't we? So let's go blank. Let's just double check this is correct. So this one here looks like it's gone up quite a bit, right? So let's zoom out. You can always change these titles later on, by the way. Okay, so that is obviously not correct. What have I done there? So off final date, what am I doing? Closing price final, this should be. It should be up. This should be, it's gone down. It's gone down. That's right. That's right. It has gone down, isn't it? So, because this was what it was 30 days ago. Interesting. So crypto is down a lot, isn't it? From when this data set was, you know what also would be great, now that we think of it, is sort of like based on these metrics, right? We could create, we've got all of these, maybe we could have a small little dashboard out the side here saying worst performing crypto, best performing crypto, over 30 days, over 365 days. So I think that would be another really great insight. So let's just lock that down in here before we forget. Small charts showing best versus worst performing. Yeah. And I like this so much. I'm gonna put this as a high priority. So I'll put that up there. Okay. We can also do some nice conditional formatting there as well. So we've got this one here. Let's have a look over 365 days. Zoom in here, 365. And then we're just going to change these around a little bit. I'm just getting these all together, and then eventually, you know, I'll work on the visualization a bit more. But I think like a table here is going to make sense, right? A nice table does make a lot of sense. So what do we got here? This, I need to turn this into a percentage, I guess. Let's turn this into a percentage. There's some big changes, right? But some of these are big because of you know, they basically just started from a very low base, isn't it? So let's have a look at something that's been around a little while. So like Bitcoin, wow, Bitcoin was up 265%. I mean, it's just incredible numbers in this crypto space, isn't it? Okay, but who would have known? Who would have known? So what about Ethereum? What's into Ethereum? Up 800%. Wow, crazy. That is crazy. Okay, what we probably also should put the name next to them, I think. Like we've got the symbol and then maybe the name as well. I think that would be helpful. Okay, so what have we got? We've got closing price, final. I mean, maybe we could have like average. I mean, the average volume could be interesting. Yeah, I mean, that could be interesting. Who knows? Yeah, we'll leave it in for now. Leave it in for now. Now, what I would do is, what I can do here is see how we've got a lot of data here. We want to slim it down. So just by double clicking on each of these different elements in here, you can actually change the titles of the headers there. But let's have a think. You know what I think would be a really good one to have is honestly like the highest, like what is the 365 day high? So what I think we'll do is we will ultimately get rid of these, right? And so we'll have, okay, what was the 30-day change, 365-day change, and then we'll have another metric where we go, okay, what was the 365 high, right? What was the 365 high? So all we've got to do for that is honestly this. So I'm going to go new measure. I'm going to call this high price 365. And then change this to high. I change this to closing price high, I think. Yep. But we want to look only over the last 365 days. Okay, so that's me placing a filter on it like so. Okay. I mean, we could also even sort of look like what is the percentage from high. I mean, maybe that's an interesting one. So I'm going to bring this one into here. So yeah, I mean, so many great insights we can find, right? You know what also I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the decimal. You can't really get rid of the decimals, can you? Because some of these are so small. Okay, so we've got 3. Well, that's not actually calculating correctly, is it? High price 365. Doesn't seem like it's calculating correctly. So let's have a look at why that would be. So only looking closing price high. Yeah, that looks, I mean, that looks right to me. What are we doing wrong here? High price. It's almost like it is recording that it's the low. Hold on a second. So basically, you know, we want the max of the crypto closing price, right? We want the max of the crypto closing price for the last 365. Interesting. Or maybe this is actually looking at just 365. Yeah, sorry, this is actually looking at 365 days ago, isn't it? So what we need to do, yes, that's right, because we're looking at 365 days there. Okay, so what we need to do actually is we need to go dates between. So let's have a look. Dates between. Return for dates between two dates. Okay, so let's go dates. Okay. I think it's dates column there, and we want the start date to be final date minus 365, and we want the last date to be final date. Okay, so let's have a look at what this does. Does this give us the high? Yeah, cool. Okay. So now we've got high price, and then I think another like really good one would be okay, percentage from high. Okay, I think that's a good one. So let's just change this around, and then I think we'll probably be done here, and we'll just create a few of these visualizations down the side. So percentage change, 365 high. It's just amazing how quickly you can get a lot of these great insights, right? Okay, so we've got the high price. We'll go high price here, minus 365, and then we'll go closing price, close price, final, and then we're going to divide this by the high price. I think actually I need to change those around, don't I? So I'm going to actually put this one first, because it's going to be a minus number. Go like that. Okay. Any thoughts, anyone? I know there's a few watching, which is awesome. Let me know if you've got any thoughts around what we're doing. Okay, so let's change the percentage on that. I wonder if we need even decimal points here. Like potentially, honestly, we could just go 0, which would clean things up a little bit. Let's do that because some of these numbers are so high anyway. So we go 0. Just change this one as well. Now this average volume, is this it? I wonder if that's average daily volume. I think it probably is, just because of the way the data is structured, which is, I think, let's have a look. I think we did this calculation the other day, didn't we? Yeah, it's exactly the same. So let's actually just use this one, just so it's clearer that this is going to be average daily volume. Okay, so what have we got? We've got percentage from high. So let's bring this one in and see what it looks like. Nice. Okay, cool. I really like this. I really think that that's all the information we need. Okay, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to reduce the size because I've realized we've probably got a little bit more cool information than I first thought. So I'm going to turn this to 11. And then, no, actually, I want it to be 12. So let's have a look at what 12 looks like. I think this is all going to come together pretty quickly from here, I'd say. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is I want to get rid of the word wrap, which I absolutely hate. So this would be one of the preset things that I would always get rid of, word wrap. So unhelpful that they've turned that on as default, honestly. Okay, so looking good, looking good. I mean, one of the, like, here's an example. Like, do we really need numbers this large, right? So maybe what we could do here is this. We could go and just put it in millions. And so what I would do here is this divide by million. So I would just do a simple thing like that. And then what that enables me to do is be able to see a much smaller, a much smaller number. Okay. And then what I would do as well is I'll just come along here and I'm put, I'm going to go right, so I'm just going to update a few of these. So you see that it updates automatically there whilst not changing the name of the measure, which is pretty cool. I'm going to go percent change minus 30. So percent change, percent change minus 35. Then I'm going to go 365 high. Percent change percent change up from high. Average volume. Okay, so this is going to look a bit better now. So we've got a bit of space on the side to create some visualizations. Okay, so some quick visualizations that I would do is things like this. So we have a whole range of things here. We could say, best performing. Like, this is where we're going to do some ranking. We're going to do some ranking, and we're going to show the just some highlights around like the top 3 based on price increase, or the worst 3. So we might have something like this. So we'll go so call it this one called best performance, and then we'll have a section for worst performance as well next to it. So, by the way, I am literally doing all of this on the fly. I have not pre-done any of this. I'm just literally making it up on the spot. And the reason why I love doing this is because it really just showcases how amazing Power BI is as a tool to create things that you probably see online that probably took, I don't know, 6 months to build. You can build these sort of applications in Power BI in a couple of hours if you know what you're doing. It's that intuitive. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's have a look at what sort of visualization we can do. First of all, what we're going to do is we've got to actually create the calcs, right? So what we might do is this. We might. So we're going to use. So I'm going to jump to the Analyst Hub here actually, because I know that I've got my formula patterns in here. So I'm just going to go to my documents, go to DAX here. So I need so you see here, top ranking pattern. I've got this sort of already loaded in. And what this does is going to very quickly enable me to see, okay, well, who are my top 3? Who are my top 5? Who are my worst, my bottom 3, so on and so forth. Okay, so I can copy this code. And I'm going to go and just create a measure quickly here just to test this out. Okay, and I'm going to call this top performers 30 days. Right, I'll go 30D performers 30D. Okay, and then I'm going to just go, I think I'm just going to go with my top 3. Okay, and then I'm going to grab all I've got to do is change a few parameters here to the parameters that I want to rank by. So I've got my code, symbol's fine. And then what do we put here? We put that metric of the performance over 30 days. So I'm going to go 30-day percentage price change 30 days. Okay, and then I've just got to copy this down here. like so. And just change that. Okay, so now when I put this into a visualization, I'll show you what I can do with this quite easily. This is just a simple pattern that is so easily reusable. I literally just copy and paste this into all my models where I do this. So then what I can do is I can grab my symbols down here, right? And then when I drag this in here, which one? Top performers, okay? It looks like there was some ties there. There were some ties there, so maybe that is. I wonder if that is. I mean, if we actually do this to a longer time frame. So I know we've got. Okay, so let's go to more decimal points. Let's go to 4. Does it actually improve this visual? No, it doesn't change a thing. Okay. So let's first of all change this into a percentage. You know why? It's because I didn't actually change it. It wasn't because there was ties. My bad. Just need to change that to a 3. I needed to make sure that the ranking was actually less than that particular number. Okay, so now you see that I've got. You've got that I now have only 3, right? And so just with that pattern, I was able to create this visualization really quickly. Okay, and then I can turn it into a visual like this. Yes, because these are negative numbers. That's why it's going down like so. And then let's have a play around. Let's just like change the visualization a little bit. We want to get rid of these. We want to turn the data labels on. We want these to be a different color. Okay, and let's just have a look at what color we can make these. I think we wanted like negative to be something like that, I think. Yeah. Okay, one of the other things I cannot stand is these titles on the axes. They just drive me kind of insane. So that would be another thing that I would template up so that I never had to see them. Okay, and then I can actually, I can honestly get rid of the title here as well. Do I really need the title? No, because what I can do is I can label it up like slightly differently. So I've got, what have I got? I've got worst performers here. And you know what else I can do? I can actually, with these data labels, which is quite cool, is I think, oh no, it doesn't actually let me. That's right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got top performers. This is actually, I think this is actually worst performers, isn't it? No, this is actually top performers. This is actually top performers because everyone's down. That's right. So let's just, this is actually top performance, which is pretty crazy. Okay, so and then we'll go top performers over 365 days, and then we'll go. So I've actually got to change these visuals up a little bit. So I'm just going to copy this down as well. So these are just some quick insights that we can create. So I'm going to change the color of this to a better color. So, okay, and then for those of you who don't know, you can go Format Painter here, and then that will quickly change the color of that. Okay, but I do need to change the time frame here, right? Well, I need to change the actual metric. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go new measure. Okay, so we need to go 365 days here. Just change this to 365. 365, like so. Okay. And due to the changes in some of these, like how they performed. It is. I totally understand. Some of these are going to be pretty crazy pricing. Okay, so this needs to be percentage as well. Okay, and then we could do worst performers as well. So why don't we just quickly do that while we're here? So we're just building this out really nicely. This is going to really take shape pretty quickly here. And guess how you, like, all you've got to do to change these around, right? So I'm going to go worst performers, and check out, all you need to do is literally come here and go ascending. That's all you got to do, and you're done. And then while we're here, I'm going to we'll change that to percentage. And then I'm going to do that for 365 as well. So got a good question here. Filter out stable coins. To be honest, I don't even know what stable coins are. So you'll probably have to advise me on that one. I don't know that much about crypto. I understand, like, pricing and financial information, etc. So that's why I can kind of do something around this. But yeah, crypto itself, I don't. I only know stuff from the headlines, basically. Okay. So I'm going to go worst performers. It really is incredible how many insights you can get and how quickly you can get them inside of Power BI. I mean, think about all of these great insights. And literally, we have one column of information, one column of pricing data, and that is it. And all of this is derived. We branch out into it from all these measures that we create. Okay, so we'll go percentage here. Okay, and then I'm going to put 365, 30 days here. Okay, and then we'll go 365 here. Only 2 showing up. That's interesting. So why would that be? 365. Oh, it's because we need to remove the negatives. We need to remove the negatives out of this. So what we can do here is filter all symbols. If the does not equal blank. So what is this one? This is the 365. So this is close price 365 does not equal blank. So let's just see if this updates it. There we go. Okay, so what I would probably do here is just make this a little bit more readable as well. You can actually also save this. You could also put this in the DAX cleanup tool. You could actually also place this in here. Let's just see what it actually does, since the DAX cleanup can be a little bit finicky. So what I could do is I could quickly come into the Analyst Hub here, go DAX cleanup, and paste it in, format it. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect. I mean, it's all right. I would copy that. You can change it around though. You can change it around inside of the editor. What's going on there? Don't know what's happening there. Probably some slight adjustment that needs to be made. Okay, cool. So that looks good enough. And then I would just come in and change these colors, I think. So I'm gonna multi-select them here. Don't love those colors, so I'm going to select a sort of gray. Cool. Okay. Now the other thing we need to do though is this. We need to somehow represent what is 30 days and what is 365 days. So let's have a play around with how we can do that. So I'm going to go 30D. So let's just formulate something here. 30D. Looks like we're probably going to have to come back for a session 3, which is all right, part 3, but that's all right. No worries. That's good for me. 30 days. So what I want to do is kind of like want to embed this. I mean, I wonder if this will look good if we sort of embed it in the back, or should we just put it up here? I mean, maybe this will look better if we sort of just, maybe it's just simpler for us if we just do it like that. Give ourselves some room, like so. Okay, so we'll just move this to the bottom. I mean, I've chosen 3, right? But I mean, you could choose any number of different ranking. If you wanted 5, if you wanted whatever, you could very easily create that. And the great thing about isolating these particular symbols by rank is that you could actually create visualizations based on their rank. So I've got Vody, thanks for chiming in. I'll just have a look at your question. So what do we got here? Both USDT and USDC are stable coins pegged to dollar. So may want to filter those out as they don't move and thus don't perform. Okay, cool. That's easy. So I'll show you how we can do that really effectively here. This is an awesome trick inside of Power BI. So if we just come to our symbols here, so what I can do, what is the opposite of a stable coin? Is it just like a crypto coin? Maybe just let me know on that. But what I can do very easily here is I can come in here and I can go in these 3 dots, this ellipsis on the side, I can go new group. Okay. What I can do, crypto type. Okay. And then what I can do is I can find those 2 coins, right? I can group them. I can call them stable coins. This is what I call virtual groups. Okay. And then the rest, I could group them with something else. So I could put them as like, what do I call them? Like just crypto coins. I got that. Okay, and then I go okay. And what this will do is it will create that group automatically for me. Okay, so you see here they've got crypto coins, and then I've got stable coins. And then there's any number of ways that I could filter them out. So I could come in here and I could put them as like a master filter in our report page. So maybe I want to do that. Maybe I'll come in here and filter them out on all pages, right? So I can come in here and just select them, and then I'm going to unselect stable coins like so. Okay, and so that was a quick way of reducing the amount of things in my model, right? So we need to understand why these are, okay, why is this only showing 1? Why is this only showing 1? Okay, so it's showing crypto.com coin. So to me, these should be in there as well. I wonder why. Okay, let's just do a quick review. We've got to figure out this stuff. Just trying to understand why it would be showing nothing. Because if one thing's showing incorrectly, it's highly likely there's something not right in the logic. Okay, so maybe. Okay, so what we need to do is this, actually. Probably actually need to put these into, we need to break out that particular formula and understand what the rankings are doing. So let's just quickly do that here. So change for 30 days. Okay, so we'll just try and get the last 3. Okay, so these are the last 3 here. So I don't know why. Something seems just a touch off. as to why those wouldn't be showing up. Okay, so let's now grab our top performers 30 days. I know it's a bit small, sorry, I'll zoom in. Okay, so that's interesting. Why would that not be showing up? So what we've got to do, I think, is just do a bit of auditing here and try and understand why. So it's probably to do with this result, right? So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to actually just bring in the top 3, it's not really a top 3, it's just a ranking. And then I'll show you, this is my trick where I just come here and I just do like so. And then what this is going to do is it's going to change the results so I can actually see what the ranking numbers were. Interesting. It's ranking that is, you know why? It's because it's still actually calculating these, isn't it? It's still actually calculating these ones. That's why. Okay, so what I need to do, what's the best way to do this? What's the best way to do this? The best way, it's an interesting one. The best way is, and this is honestly like a bit of a trick one that you need to be quite mindful of, right? That even though we placed it inside of here, it doesn't actually remove it from the calculations. And so this is definitely something that we need to be quite fully aware of. So my thinking is, okay, should we get rid of this in the query editor? If it's really not that interesting, should we just get rid of it in the query editor? I mean, the other way we could do it is we could change this to only look at crypto coins. I mean, that's one way to do it. So, I mean, we could do that. Let's just do that, I guess. Okay, let's just do that for now, and then we can decide if this is the right way to go. So, we want to go, and I'll just copy this into all the other ones. So, symbol is type, where the type crypto letting me grab the crypto type. Interesting, isn't it? Maybe it doesn't let me get those virtual fields, which would be quite interesting. Okay, this is a little bit challenging, isn't it? More challenging than by bringing that in. I mean, it's all very possible. It's just a matter of like this sort of like cleaning it up. So okay, maybe the idea here, right, is this. Let's just clear it up in the query editor. If they're really not that relevant, then we can honestly just get rid of them here. So what I would do is come in here and unclick them like so, filter them out. And then we could also come to crypto prices here and get rid of them here as well. So they are called, which ones? Is it Stellar and Tether? Are they the two ones? Oh no, USD coin. Hold on, which ones are they? So they are called USDT, Tether. Oh, Tether's that quite controversial crypto coin that everyone thinks is not actually fully backed and could bring down the crypto world. So it's Tether and USD coin. Okay, so let's get rid of these. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to get rid of them here as well. So I'm going to go Tether USD coin. Okay, so let's go close and apply, and then this should clean it up now, because remember, we're fixing up our query, so the actual data that is going in behind here, and this will take a little bit to upload. The data that's flowing in now is just going to be revised based on the info that we want to have a look at. Okay, cool. And then I think we're just going to clean this up again. So let's get rid of this. Okay, that simplifies down everything, isn't it? We don't have to change any other formulas, etc. Okay, now, okay, what would also be cool, I think, would be quite interesting, is okay. So let's what is our best performing? I'm going to make these a tiny bit bigger. Okay, I'm going to make these a tiny bit bigger. And I can make the titles a little bit bigger as well. One of the other things that I would probably do here is I would honestly probably like put them all center. It's like center all these columns as well. So, I mean, it just takes a little bit of time. It's a little bit annoying. But what you would do is you'd go to field formatting here. And for each different, so maybe not for symbol, but for the actual, so for final price, what I would do is I would go alignment center. So I would center them all. And so it's a little bit annoying having to do that for all of them. But I think that would probably look a bit nicer. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not actually. Maybe not. Maybe honestly, it wouldn't. Let's not overcomplicate things here. Let's go final price. Let's go right. I'm just trying to understand why. I wonder if these are right as well. No. Okay, so we just need to make these a bit smaller. That's it. Okay, that means we can actually do the column headers a bit bigger. Okay, cool. Now, the other thing we can do here is within the values, what we can do is we can actually, I think it might be in grid, is we can do some row padding just to make them a bit spaced out. So I think that's a little bit better. I wonder if we can do what 2 looks like. Too much. Okay, so what is a final visualization that we can maybe put down here? Throw me your ideas, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up the page that we're going to drill through to. So what I thought we could maybe do is sort of show, okay, what is the best performer, and then show their price chart over the last 30 days. Best crypto. And one of the other things that would be really cool to show on this dashboard, maybe there might actually be a lot of parts to this this YouTube series, because another one would be if I just quickly come back here in our documents. This is why planning is always great, is that being able to show a crypto portfolio, right? So maybe have like inputs and see basket performance. So we could actually like maybe have some dummy portfolios and sort of see how they performed. So I really like this one. So I'll just label this one red. I think that one's a good one. And so this is good for me, right? This note taking is that as we move along our piece of development here, we can always go back and review what we thought would be a good idea to analyze. And I think honestly we could visualize this a lot better too, but we'll get there. So what can I call this? Performance. Get rid of this. What would be an interesting one down here? What would be interesting? Almost sort of like a market temperature. Like could we have a visualization down here, so sort of showing the market temp? Don't know. What do we have in our notes? Let's have a look. Give me a shout on the chat if you can think of anything. So we've done this one. So let's actually, we didn't do 1 year low, but I mean, maybe we could put this one up here, completed. I'm going to move this over to here. Next draw down. Okay, let's just not worry about it. We can always come back. Let's just quickly improve some of these things. This black isn't really working for me, so I'm going to change it to this color here. And one of the other things we should probably do, right, is we should have some conditional formatting. So we should, okay, so let's have a look at the change from high. Let's just do something on this. So conditional formatting. Let's do background color. Okay. This is obviously not going to work. So we want, I know we'll go a bit out there with the pink. Okay? We'll see how that looks. So we'll go with much darker pink here. See if this does anything. It's probably going to be too much. Yeah. No, I don't like that. That is not good. Not good. It needs to be darker. It needs to be much darker. So what have I got here? Let's go. It's got to be much darker. So we'll go. And we probably want to mold it into the background as well. So this to me is our background here. So we'll stick with these colors. Okay, so we'll go that and that. That's not too big, not a big enough difference, is that? Okay, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? A little bit better. Okay, I'm just going to save this. Just trying to think what I can put down here. Just trying to think. You know, and almost like, you know, one of the other things we possibly need is we could also put some symbols. Now, the only thing that I don't like about symbols, right, is like, you know, like if this is down or if this is up. The only thing I don't like about it is you can't change the colors. So for example, check this out. I could go here. I could go icons, but the most annoying thing is that these icons are only like one color. So you see his style, and they're all the same color. They're red, and you can't change those from what I believe. So if we just go like this, you see they're all red and stuff, which I really dislike a lot. So if I come in here and I go values, I just don't think you can change the colors on this. So that's why I don't really love them, and I don't use them that much. But some people do. It's almost like we need a black and white sort of version. Okay, so let's draw to a close shortly, and we'll definitely do part 3. Okay, what are some other things we can do? So I'm going to quickly just start cleaning this up, and I'm going to show you how we can start to make this into an application pretty quickly. Okay, so what I would probably do here is start working on the backgrounds here. So this shouldn't take too long. So just change this to dark blue. So we need to position this somewhere. You can actually change the color of this as well, which is quite cool. So we can go make this one like gray if you like, or white. Okay. And then we'll start cleaning this up as well. This is going to look really nice, very quickly. Okay, and then we'll just change one of these, right? All we need to do is change one of these, and then we're all good. And you know what else we can do? Hold on. Let's just clean up this. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to completely get rid of this, like these date labels here, because the date labels are actually going to be down here as well. Well, they should be. They should align more closely, shouldn't they? I wonder why that is. Let's try to work that out. Because there's no values. So what we want to do is this. We want to change this around. We need to change these closing prices. So what we want to do is that if the actual price, so if is blank, the close price final, then equal to blank, if not equal to that. No, hold on, what am I doing? This is in the wrong one. Give me a second. Should have done this on the high. So this is where we need to do it here. Okay. So we should see that disappear. Okay, we're almost there. Maybe this is actual close price. Sorry, that's why I've got it wrong. It's actually the close price here. Basically, just try and get these two axes to line up. That's the key. Yeah, okay, cool. It's starting to look better. Close price, like so. Now this chart should align, because there's going to be no values. It should align with this down here. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, so then what I can do is this. I can get rid of this axis, which is the y-axis, I believe. Nope, I want that one. I want the y. And I'm going to take away that. Nice. Okay, cool. So then what I can do is this. I can come in here. I can just get the legend all looking nice. I could then, I've got to change a few additional things in there with the colors. Okay, so let's go here. I want to do my own sort of labeling for this. So what have I got here? Got the y-axis that we want to make white. Okay. And then let's change a few of these colors here. Okay, this is going to look really good. It's going to look really, really nice. We'll just go really light gray for some of these ones. Okay, so we're just going to finish these. So I want this to be white. I'm going to get rid of the backgrounds. I want this category to be, it's got like a really dark blue. Does it come out nice? No. So no, it's got to be a bit, but it's probably got to be white as well. I do like to make these a slightly different color, but anyway, let's just go like this. Format painter. This is great. I love this feature. Because you know what we could also do is this. I mean, we've got a lot of other insights that we could put in here, right? We've got all of these other ones, right? So we could call this, we could rename these average daily volume. Price. Price. Why it's good to change these inside of here if you want to change them is because the measures, you can be really descriptive. You can really name your measures quite extensively, but then within here, you can change it to what you want, abbreviations, but you still have good naming conventions on the main stuff, on the main things. So much easier for people to search, better continuity when others are picking up your model, etc. Okay, so what I might want to do here is I'm going to do this percentage change from 30. So percentage change from 365. Here we go. Well, that's because there isn't a pricing on that one. So is that one? Okay, let's just do 30 days as an example here. Okay. Now, one of the other things we could probably do is we probably want to change the format. No, it's not going to let me use it. Because I like the brackets instead of like the minus there. Anyway, that's right. I can fix that later. Now, I'm going to change this as well. I'm going to go align this. I want to align it. Can I align it? Doesn't let me align it, does it? Okay. Well, maybe it does. Well, you know what? I don't even need this. I can actually put it into some dynamic text, can't I? So I'm going to go symbol. And create here. I'm going to go and find cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency name. Then go save. And then what I love, what's so good about these is you can customize it, right? So I can come in here and I can isolate this, make this a lot bigger, like so. Maybe I want this even bigger. And then I want to turn these both white. Background. Cool. So this is looking quite nice. Already this is looking like pretty compelling, isn't it? Like if I start making this a little bit bigger, I know it's a bit small on my screen. So I've got my symbol. And you know what else might be nice here is the actual name of the coin. So put name here. And then I'll change the value. So, well, actually we need to create a measure, don't we? We need to create a measure, and we also probably need a bit of a space here because some of them are named quite big names. So these are all literally things I'm just making up on the spot, by the way. Nice to see you on the call, Kendall. That's cool. Thanks all for joining in. This has been great. We're really winding down here. I'm just going to. Oh, that is the name. So what we actually want to do is we want to muddle these up. This should be the symbol. So this should be symbol. So, and then we'll change this here. Okay, almost it. Okay, so this one is actually the this is the name, and we're going to call this one the symbol. Make this one a lot bigger, and then the symbol should be a lot smaller, right? And we want to go crypto. It's a hard one to spell crypto. Cryptocurrency symbol. Let's see what this comes up with. Yeah, okay. So this is like the same sort of thing. So what I'm going to do is go bold here as well. You know what I'm also going to do is I'm going to make it slightly different color too, because it's just a bit too similar for me. So I'm going to make this a sort of grayish, just to differentiate from the from this. Okay, this is looking nice. This is looking really nice. Okay, so now what we've got is I can show you, and we're gonna round off now. I'm gonna save it, and we are going to do a part 3. Whether we do this part, we'll probably do this part 3 next week. But you know, there's plenty more we can do on the sort of visualization and navigation side of things. But if we have a look at what we've got now, I'll just click back. We've got this nice drill through, right? We've obviously got to fix, get some interesting insights down here. But the idea now is that we have a crypto dashboard which gives us all the pricing info. There's certainly better ways we can really make the insights really stand out a little bit better. It looks like I deleted one of my things in there, didn't I? I deleted my 30-day one. So percentage change 30 days. Let's add that back in. Percentage change 30. Okay. So maybe I'll have to. Yeah. Okay. So that's looking a bit better. So yeah. So there might be things like ways that we can really make key things stand out. But the idea here is as well, right, is that we'll be able to see the worst performers and the best performers highlights in our visualizations down here. And then the other thing we can do is a lot more seamless transition over to the pricing information. So say, for instance, I want to have a look at, okay, what is one of my worst performing ones? Looks like this dot was. So I can click on it. What I want to do is be able to click on it and then maybe click something to drill down. I think honestly, this is pretty easy. So let's just mock it up. Let's just mock up something. So we'll go buttons. What do we got? Let's just use this one here, right? Let's just use this as a button, just to show you the example, right? So what I think we can do now is we can go action, and drill through as an actual selection here, isn't it? So drill through, and we can drill through to pricing information. And if I just like work up a few adjustments here, so we would obviously want to maybe just change up a few things. So like so. But now when I'm selected on that, I can select on any icon. It can be this one. I can select on this, and it's going to take me through to the pricing information on Polkadot. And then all the pricing data on Polkadot updates for us automatically. And then I can go back. So this is pretty epic already, right? Just based on that information we were able to gather. What's up in there? I don't want a background. Yeah, I would probably have a better icon than that, but say we wanted to do Bitcoin, select on Bitcoin, and then I know what to do. It's going to change change what it is on hover or when it's selected. And here's Bitcoin. Okay, this is looking great. Like still, as I say, still lots we can do, but I think this shows quite a lot. One of the things I haven't actually showed is how to organize these measures a lot better. One thing that I would do, and I'll just show you like really quickly one example, is I would group a lot of these by multi-selecting, and then I can put them in a folder. This is my sort of go-to now. Instead of having like lots of different measure tables, I have one measure table with a whole lot of folders, and so I could change this to percent changes, right? And then this will automatically put them in a nice folder for me that is easily collapsible, and that's how I would just organize all of these a lot better. So that's a nice little tip as well. Okay, everyone, hopefully you enjoyed that. I really enjoyed going through this one. Yeah, hopefully you like part 2, and look forward to part 3 coming in the very near future. So watch out for that, and look forward to improving this even more. Okay, take care. All the best. Look forward to it.